Good morning, welcome to Casa TexPina. We're on build day number 42. Nice bright sunny Monday morning. Welcome. So sounds like they've already got the mixer going on site. Should be mixing up mortar, but I see rock, so that means we're mixing concrete. Should be, if we're mixing concrete, we're pouring a couple of columns that were left over from Saturday. And also, you remember on Saturday afternoon when I gave the camera over to one of the guys to show what he had been working on up on top with the concrete, they had actually left some of the forms only half filled because they ran out of concrete and it was the end of the day. So they'll be starting there and finishing that. They're still working on the walls for the bedroom number 2 and bedroom number 3, as well as the Jack and Jill bath and the lavatories for each of those, and then continuing with the lintel beams across the top. So we got a lot of concrete work this week, just to get everything up to the lintel beam height, and then after that they'll continue going up another 3 or 4 courses of hollow block and placing a roof beam. So it's going to look similar to the lintel beam that's going right now, except it's going to be a little bit thicker. That's going to support a lot of the weight from the roof and transfer that weight horizontally out to the columns so that they can transfer that load down to the ground. All right, let's go ahead and get started and see what these guys are doing. All right, take a quick walk around this morning. Sorry you guys are looking into the sun here. Looks like they're making concrete. They've already made a couple batches of mortar. Mixing concrete. Looks like they're going to be pouring that column right there in the corner. Guys are still hauling rock. Looks like Justin's going to be building walls today. Hi, good morning. Building walls for the closet. Mr. Alex is up there building, continuing the wall for the wall between bedroom 3 and the Jack and Jill bath. Looks like I see a couple gentlemen up in the master closet and bath removing forms. Let's go walk in there and take a look. Morning.
Good morning, sir.
Starting to build the lintel beam rebar for the master bath and water closet. They're having to chip out some of the previous lintel beam to get it to so that we can connect the tie rods from one lintel beam to the next. And Mr. Alex is over here pulling forms off of the remaining concrete from Friday and Saturday's pours. That's pretty much a wrap for this morning, what everybody's working on. Again, it is still kind of early. They're only about 8 o'clock now, so they're just starting to get into their work spots and get all their gear together. So when I walk around again in about an hour or two, we'll see exactly where everybody's at and what they're all doing, working on initially. Okay, Initially, before I do that, these guys are going to finish up the concrete that they didn't finish on Saturday. So where they left it to where it had a slope finish on the inside of the forms. This is where they're pouring the remainder of the concrete. All right, let's do a quick walk around right before lunch. These guys finished the column here this morning, as well as the column over there in the garage. So all the columns for the garage are completed. They did also put in a couple of more extensions on the pipes for the downspouts, just to make sure we didn't get any concrete going down the holes. These fine gentlemen up here in the front are still working the hollow block walls. We're just about done with bedroom 2. They're working the Jack and Jill bath now. So this is going to be where the walk-in closet for bedroom 2, where Mr. Jericho is. Same thing here, working the Jack and Jill bath between bedroom 3 and its entrance into the laboratory here. All right, let's look and see what else we got going. These guys are still moving fill material from the big pile of stuff to various locations throughout the house. Mr. Alex and Mr. Marvin have finished building the lintel beam forms for the office area. So those are all up. Okay, let's go take a look into the master bath and see what we're looking like in here. All right, we've got the master bedroom just about up to grade, floor grade. So the fill material is good. Mr. Orley is still working the lintel beam, the rebar for it up here on the top. They're going to bend these bars. Him and Mr. Manny and Mr. Marvin are all working these areas. Looking good. Let's go see what everybody else is doing. I hear the mixer running. Sounds like they're getting ready to mix some more mortar. Mr. Pablo back there. All right. So that's looks like Mr. Justin is making forms. Yep, he's splitting wood for forms. All right, that's a wrap for this morning. We're gonna hit lunch and see what else is going on when we get back. All right, post lunch, walk around. Let's go see where everybody's hiding out and what they're doing. I know nobody's hiding, everybody's working. So we got Mr. Edmund over in the maid's suite, watering down the hollow blocks. Get a little extra water back in them. Keep the mortar from drying out too quickly, because it is hot and dry here. I say dry, we're probably only at about 50 or 60% humidity most of the time during the day, but the temperature's up in high 80s, low 90s. This is Mr. Orland and Mr. Manny, and they're working on lintel beam fabrication for the rebars. This is between the garage on this side, pantry on the other side, and bedroom number 2 on that side of the wall. Keep walking around. Let's walk. Mr. Jericho and Alex still working hollow block walls for the Jack and Jill bath. Work our way back here into the master suite. Building forms. This is Mr. Oliver, Mr. Marvin, and Mr. Alex, all building forms for the lintel beams on the master's bath. Once these lintel beams are done, the master's bath will be done for concrete pouring for a little while, and then they'll start focusing on the rest of the house. So we see Mr. June just doing a good spread with the dirt, trying to get this area up to grade so that they can come back in later and start compacting. I missed one. Mr. Ben is working on forms for the top of the kitchen area. So they're starting to work on those as well. Hello, good afternoon. Alright, we got some more rebar coming in. These are 6 bundles of 10mm rebar. And piping. Lots of piping pieces. This piping is primarily used for downspouts, sewer takeaways, anything other than supply. And some additional wire for the wire ties, elbows, lots of 90-degree elbows. Well, it's almost the end of the day. You know what that means. Time to pour concrete. So we're pouring the lintel beam around the front edge of, the inside edge of the office. Okay, we've changed locations now. We're on the front side of the house. This is bedroom 3, the front window for bedroom 3. Mr. Marvin there is pouring concrete into the lintel beam across the top. He will continue that top lintel beam right along that location there. Well, we're at the end of the day. It's yabba dabba do time. This is the end of build day number 42. The guys have been working feverishly today, getting a lot of the lintel beams, get them formed up, and some of these poured this afternoon. They're still in the process of working their way over. They're no longer in the master's suite, although they do still have one lintel beam over there to pour, most likely tomorrow. So today they've been working primarily focusing in the northern side of the house. So they've been focused in the kitchen, they've been focused in the bedrooms 2 and 3 for the guest rooms, as well as the Jack and Jill bath in between those two. So we've gotten some block wall up, we've gotten some lintel beams poured, one other column poured today, got some more forms made, and we're continuing on the way with those. So tomorrow I expect them to continue with the bedroom 2-3 side of the house, trying to get everything up to the lintel beam height. Their goal again is to have all of the walls up to lintel beam and poured of the lintel beam, so that they can start working on getting the whole house up to the roof beam, which is another 3 or 4 hollow blocks above this. So that pretty much wraps up for today's business. If you like today's video, please give us a big thumbs up down at the bottom. If you'd like to see more of these videos, hit the subscribe button or the Casa TexPina star in the bottom right hand corner, and you'll be subscribed. If you'd like to know when our next video has been uploaded for your viewing pleasure, hit the little bell icon and you'll be notified when that happens. Until then, have a great afternoon and God bless. Thank you for watching. If you liked today's video, please hit like, subscribe, and hit the little bell icon to be notified when our next video becomes available.